Yo, what's up? Today I'm talking about how to stop being weak around beautiful women. All right, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that notification button because I'm dropping a video every day. All right, how to stop being weak around beautiful women. All right, first of all, you need to be comfortable around beautiful women. And I encourage you guys to put yourself in more situations where you're around beautiful women. So, no particular order, but if you go to a restaurant by yourself, sit at the bar. Okay? If you sit at the bar, chances are that the server, the bartender, is going to be a woman, or is going to be a woman in the bartending staff that's pretty, because usually they hire pretty girls as a bartender. If you're sitting at the bar, there might be pretty women sitting beside you. Great. If you go to a grocery store and you're in an aisle, there might be a pretty woman looking at something. So one of the things that I've done over time is, in terms of me being comfortable around beautiful women, is I've strike up a conversation with them. That's the only way to be comfortable around beautiful women, is having conversations with beautiful women. And the reason is because very quickly you realize, you know what? They're a human being like all the rest of us. They're funny, or maybe they're not. They're just like any other woman that you're talking to, except they happen to be pretty. Just because they're pretty doesn't change the fact that they can have a conversation. They can be funny, they can be dry, and you get an idea on their quirky personality, right? Their voice is different than maybe you thought when you meet them. So another thing you can do is in a shopping mall and you ask someone for directions. So this is how you get practice with communicating with beautiful women, being more comfortable with beautiful women. Don't never go in with expectations, right? This is what I challenge you to do. In this week, go up to 3 women, just 3, and ask them for directions or something, right? Like, you're sitting at a bar, and it doesn't have to be directions. You're sitting at the bar at the restaurant, and you could turn around and you see what they're eating, and you could say, "Oh, that looks really good. What did you order?" And then they order something, or they say, "This is what I ordered," or they get a drink, and you say, "Oh, that looks really tasty. What is that?" So that's number one, is just to ask questions. You ask, for example, I live in Atlanta, and in one of the grocery stores here, Publix, for whatever reason, there's 2 Publix near where I live, and every Publix that I go to, by the way, if you hear any sirens, excuse the sirens. I record my videos here in this rooftop lounge many times, and sirens are going by 5, 6 times a day. It drives me crazy, and I don't want to stop recording my videos, so I'm just going to straight up keep going. All right, so the Publix, usually they don't, actually not usually, they never have razor blades like to shave in the Publix. So this is my perfect line that I use every time I'm in that aisle and I see someone attractive. I will go up to them and say, do you by chance, I don't say excuse me, I say, "Oh, hi, do you know if where the razors might be in this area?" And then they're going to turn around and they're going to look, and I might then ask them other questions and try to make a move and try to exchange numbers or whatever. But more times than not, I just do it for practice. I'll walk up to them straight up. Even on the street, I'll say, "Oh, hi, I'm looking for, do you know where there's a Starbucks around here? Because I'm new to the city." "Oh, yeah, yeah, sure. It's such, such, such." And by the way, this is just another quick tip. If when you're asking her that question and she has this huge smile on her face, that means she's attracted to you. So just remember that. It's a little factoid. If she doesn't smile, she's not into you. So that's the very first thing that I know. Okay, now I'm going to continue to ask more questions, get to know her, ask her out. So the number one thing you need to do is have more conversations with beautiful women. Ask them random questions. You have no expectations. You're not trying to make a move. And you can do that at the bar. You can do that walking down the street, anywhere. You see someone attractive, just, I challenge you, go up to 3 women this week, randomly, grocery store, it doesn't matter, and just ask them for directions, whatever it is. Say you're looking for something, and it has to be legitimate. Like, don't fake it. shopping mall, whatever. And the more times you do that, you realize, you know what, this isn't so scary. Like, there's nothing different. Just because she's attractive, she's not going to blow me off. She's not going to be rude, or she's going to look at me weird. But like I said before, do not ask her. Oh, don't say excuse me, and don't come up behind her. Anyways, I don't want to go on all these details about having a conversation with this. This is not the video for that. But make sure she sees you. Don't say excuse me. Say, oh, hi. And then you ask her the question. So you need to have more conversations with women and to get more comfortable around beautiful women. So the other thing is, this is what I do. When I see somebody that's beautiful, I see them and I go, okay, they look like an 8, a 9, a 10, whatever. Drop down that by 2 or 3 points, because she's got makeup on more times than not. She's got a nice outfit and all these things. When you remove all of that just out of the shower, she's probably a 6, maybe even a 5. Like, you need to understand that women, when they get dressed up and they put on their makeup, they can go 2 to 3 points higher than what they actually are. So remember that when you see someone, you're like, oh God, she's hot. Okay, sure, her body, but I'm talking the face, right? So I have conditioned my brain where when I look at a beautiful woman, I see her as like, you know what? She's actually not that pretty. She's only at best probably a 6 or 7 out of the shower. It's very, very rare a woman is like an 8, 9, or 10 out of the shower. No makeup, nothing, no hair done, no lashes, whatever, right? So I go in and I go, oh, you know what? Yeah, she's pretty, but she's actually not. So it does a mind trick on me, so I'm not so intimidated, because all of us will get intimidated, right? The other thing is, I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care about rejection now. So I go up. Times she's not going to be into me. That's fine. But when I feel like, you know what, I'm going to go up to this person because they seem interesting, I will go up with not caring, not having any expectations. I just want to start a conversation with her and see how she's responding. Like I said, if she has this big smile on her face, there's a high chance she's interested in you. So the other thing is, when you are speaking to these beautiful women, right? You don't want to be weak. So this is what happens when you haven't communicated with a woman and you're not comfortable with it. You start to your words don't come out right. You're nervous, and the biggest thing is, you don't want to criticize yourself in front of a beautiful woman. Don't do that. Just in general, don't criticize yourself in front of men. Don't criticize yourself in front of women. Don't say that, oh, you're not good at this, or you're not very smart, or yeah, back when I was 20, such and such, and now I'm old, you know, um, my memory doesn't work quite right like it used to be. I'm not as sharp. Like, avoid any negative comments about yourself, and you can pivot and change change the words. So if you have gray hair, you could say, oh, well, this is sign of wisdom, right? Or you're getting older, but you're like, oh, well, I'm not older, I'm wiser. Things like that. And a lot of men, and I get it, man, when you're around a beautiful woman, I don't know why so many men, they like, it's like they ah I can't describe it. They're in front of a beautiful woman, and they like start to criticize themselves. They start to get insecure, and if anything, you need to like inflate yourself a little bit, be a little bit arrogant, confident, and have this I don't care attitude. And but the best way to do that, like I said, man, if you don't take anything from this video, is to just keep putting yourself in situations where you're communicating with these beautiful women, and you realize, oh, they're not so threatening, they're not so scary, right? So listen, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you do to not be weak around beautiful women. Hope this was helpful. We'll see you next time.